up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's Mock10 breaks for our first ever Tuesday night card talk. Yeah.
Card
Almost messed
talk,
that
card chat,
up. What's up,
card
everybody?
disconnect.
Welcome
Hey,
on in. Go ahead.
yeah, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, man. How are you? We had a nice break last night.
Yeah, the break was fun. I've got it sorted. I got to pack it tonight so I can ship it tomorrow. Um, but this one is not all about breaks. This
No.
little show here. Um, we
Go ahead.
wanted
I'm just setting
to,
music.
yeah, trying to set us some mood. We might need to get off
Going
the
nine
live.
there.
We're gonna
We got
chat
our
with
own. We
this
got our own room tonight.
with this smooth jazz. Uh, but no, these shows we want to basically open it up to the people. We got a couple of things to talk about on each one. Um, if you're an experienced collector, you've been in the game for years, hang out with us. Tell me where I'm wrong. I would love that. I love constructive criticism. I call for it at work, in my everyday life. But we want to help the people that are just hopping into the hobby, with some of the basics. What's retail, what's hobby, what's licensed, what's unlicensed. What are the different parallels? What is a rainbow? The things. If you've been in the game a while, you're like, obviously that's what it is. To somebody just hopping in, all these concepts are foreign. Um, Nobody has a how-to book that I've seen, nor would I read it because I would listen to it on audiobook and it doesn't have pictures on an audiobook, so I wouldn't understand it. So we're going to be here to kind of chat. If you guys have questions about anything, hit us up. Um, don't ask me who the best buy is for baseball, soccer, basketball, UFC, trading card games. Those things I can't give you the who's or the whys, but for all things football, I'll help you out. So
That's where our expertise lies. I know a
yeah,
little bit of baseball, a little bit about hockey, but not enough to be comfortable enough to go and like price something off the top of my head without looking it up in card letter.
yeah, I know the products. I know
Yes, you do.
kind of that sort of aspect of it. The buys. I'm plugged into at least who the big guys are that are selling, but baseball has 985,000 players in it. It seems like, and then what's a real rookie card versus rookie when he gets to the majors and all of that sort of. I can't follow that. My brain doesn't have the capacity. Um,
Football is
but
easier to follow.
yeah, yeah, definitely. 53-man rosters. You're only getting really 46 guys on game day, so I can buckle down on that. But before we jump into all of that, um, we have two guys that are not here tonight. Pete, he's on vacation, so Bear Fan
Peter.
Feet on OnlyFans or Bear Fan Pete on Twitter. And then we got Jacob. Uh, both of those guys, they join us on the breaks. You'll see them on here. And some of you guys that are watching, we would love to have guests on here. Show us
Yeah.
your collections. Like that's another aspect I'd like to see. What are other people collecting? I know what I like. I like shiny. I like.
He loves bangs.
No, I do not. But Carlo loves to send them to me. I love shiny little pieces of cardboard with younger men on them. That is my jam. I've got them all over this room.
Turning 40 this year, old man.
I am. I will be 40, going on 78. Uh,
Adam just got
but
me
yeah.
this, so thank you, sir. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
You are
No. Panini points. We'll hop
they're
into
great.
that. We're talking football. The Panini app is great. Panini
It really
points.
is.
You, People get upset when you pull them instead of the auto or the patch that's guaranteed in a box. But I can tell you, they do random drops. maybe even people on this stream. I know people in our room on Twitter. So at Mock10 Breaks, we have a room in there. They've gotten Jefferson autos from Panini points. Yeah, they cost a lot of points, but you can get legit players.
And they sit there. You don't have to worry about them ever expiring.
Yep, your Panini points, you load the code in there, and you've got a bank of them. They don't do that too often. So if you go on there, you're going to find a wide receiver that was drafted in the 5th round 6 years ago with 40 different autos for 200 points. Maybe that's not your game, but wait for the right time.
Yep. There it is.
So
we have a break right now. Oh, sorry, hang on. We have a break right now going. Yeah, I have my laptop on, and I turned on X, so Twitter in your world. Guys, we got fantasy league started this year, so we have 2 leagues running concurrently. There'll be Startup Dynasty. That one is a 10-man, full PPR, tight end
10-person
league. 10-person. Sorry, redraft is 12. Did I say? I thought I said 10.
You said 10-man. I said person. I just had to throw that in there.
You had to. Thank you for politically correcting me.
We're for everybody.
So 10 team, $20 a spot, and there will be a trophy at the end. The redraft is the same. It's just 12 team. 12 team. We have 5 spots left in that one, and $20 buy-in trophy, and we still haven't spoke about the buyouts or payouts. It's early. I mean, It hasn't even, the draft isn't even here yet, so we're gonna hold off and just get them filled, and we'll worry about that down the road. We'll kind of figure it out. We also have a ton of razzes going on right now in the Mock10 Nation chat. We want to move it over to Discord, but that chat is just a lot of fun. It's just so clean, and every time news breaks, it just starts rolling and rolling and rolling. And tonight it's moving, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You know, we just saw, as Adam likes to say, Russell Wilson signed with the Giants for 3 years, $69 million. I think it said $28 million was guaranteed. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw 2 and an 8. So that's what
probably too much.
Yep, way too much because it's the Giants, and they're also one of my rivals. We got
this guy
JJ,
got a wide receiver,
and then Stephon Diggs leaving Texas.
Little Drake May image variation,
going on over to the Patriots. I think that can increase Drake's value. So if you do have a Drake card, which I have a ton of them, probably most of us do, go on Card Ladder. Go and do your research. Look on eBay. Remember, eBay is not the final sale. eBay is just the number that it's at. Auction will always be up to what it's at, but once it sells, it disappears. Now, if you purchase it, and correct me if I'm wrong, Adam, but I think if you purchase it, you see the final, of course, because obviously you pay it. But you'll be able to see that in that one only. So if you don't win it or anything, you won't know the price. If you go to Card Ladder or you go to alt.com, those places are going to give you. Wait, I'm not sure if alt does. I think alt does.
Yes. So
I know that Card Ladder does. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's back up just a touch. Take care of a little housekeeping real quick, and then let's get into that, because I think that's a great place to hop on. So, breaks, razzes, Mock 8s, which is our slabs, mystery slabs. They're PSA 9s or 10s. All right now, they're rookies football. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was, just Twitter in general. Follow us on there. That's our biggest thing. Will's going to call it X. I'm too old to switch. Old dogs and tricks. It's if you type in twitter.com, it still logs you in. So I still do that.
Redirects you to x.com.
And then also we had a Justin Jefferson auto Raz that just sold. The winner was Travis Chef, if he hops on. So that was a big card. We had a Mahomes rookie which one was that? Crown Royal.
Crown Royal.
That was a nice card that just went. So in our room, it's our people putting up their cards. We're doing them right around comps, maybe a couple dollars more for shipping. And we're not taking a cut of it. We want to make sure that people in our room get cool cards for a decent price. That's why we're running it. I run all the Razes. I don't make a cent off it. I just think it's fun. But everyone's got a May, right? we got pinks, we got true silvers, we got silver patches, we got silver image variations. But Pete said the question of the day. Did you happen to see it?
Is it better to have a Justin Jefferson or CD Lamb?
He's asking for a friend. So
tell your friend CD Lamb all day.
I'm just going to do this real quick.
Wide receiver too. Oh, don't make me. Come on now.
So you got anything better than this? Each one out of 75 rookie autos.
I sure do. Oh, wait. I got to find the 88.
You got an optic on card?
No, not optic, but I got
rookie ticket out of 75.
Man, those are so overvalued.
I know the Prism Black Orange out of 75. That one's terrible.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
And then maybe we just do this. I mean, we got slabs galore. We've got. I mean, the top shelf I can't even get to with my little.
Oh man, I can't even find it.
I mean,
I'm so upset.
We close that down. I mean, we got stuff. I mean, these fill in the holes. You get the picture. But so the same as Will's one card, Justin Jefferson and all my cards is much better. Nope. End of discussion.
Do you have the same player, two different autos? Oh, my finger's covering it. Look at that. Because the 88. Oh, which one? This one. 88. That's the one that he doesn't do normally.
Oh, how did you get that one?
You got me connected. That's you. I give you credit for giving it. So, connecting the dots there. I give you credit for that. You can't tell me that you're JJ. You're just like, oh, look like JJ. Like, no. This is wide receiver 1.
Jefferson's so good he doesn't need to change his signature.
Yeah, I don't have a comeback for that. I don't understand it myself. But I mean, other than space.
No, I like when they'll throw their number in there.
I do too.
Speaking of JJ's McCarthy, when he does the smiley face at the end, he did that for all his Bowman autos. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen a ton of that in Panini. But let's go back. So we mentioned looking up value. What are comps? So comps basically is what is your card worth? What is it sold for recently? The most common method, and I am going to apologize right now and tell you that you're wrong. You go to eBay, you search up the card, you go to last sold, and you look them up there.
Okay. I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
It's a great, quick way to do it. Huge issue with eBay is shill bidding, which basically, let's say I have 4 eBay accounts. I post the card on eBay account 1. 2, 3, and 4 bid for the card. 4 wins it at a ridiculously high price. 4 never pays for the card because it's all me. I don't report it because they're all me. So when you go on there and you search for that card, last sold, it's going to say it sold for that ridiculous price. If you use 130, so 130, the word point.com or its app, 130 point app, they do a really great job of taking those out, but it doesn't weed out all of them. So if a card is bought but never paid for on eBay or ComC or one of the other sites, it'll still show up there with that value, and it's not a true value because it wasn't sold. So really the greatest tool you have to find comps is Card Ladder. And in that, Card Ladder Pro. It's expensive. I think it's like $150 a year. The way to get around that fee, which you're going to have to pay, but you can get a bonus, is the PSA subscription. So the membership for PSA, the second tier of which I think is what, $150 a year, and you get Card Ladder Pro for free. Plus, you get a magazine subscription. You can get the PSA monthly. You can change that to a trading card game one. And Will, I haven't told you this yet because I just found it out. And I think every quarter they send you a high value card. I watched somebody sign up for the PSA membership. They got that in and they sold the card for $120.
Oh, nice.
And then 3 to 6 months later, they sold another card for $100. It more than paid for their subscription costs.
Yeah, I'd say.
I don't know anything about Pokemon. I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or any of that. But I do know it's valuable. I've sold 2 cards that my kids had laying around for them. They did get the money. I didn't keep it. But Card Ladder Pro is the ultimate. One thing I'll tell you when you're looking up comps, try to keep it concise. Let's take, I'm just going to grab a card off my shelf here. So here is a 2020 Panini Select Justin Jefferson die cut tricolor prism. PSA 10. What I would type in is 2020 Select Justin Jefferson tricolor PSA 10. Cut out all those extra words because it's going to give you more cards potentially, but it'll also give you more matches. What you're fighting against is what the person on eBay is titling it. So less words can sometimes help you. If you get too generic, yeah, you might get 4 exact results. But you've got 100 other people that didn't title it exactly that because they didn't know which card variation it was, and you're missing true comps. Those other ones might have sold for more. So, helpful tips from a guy wearing a hat.
From FSU that he never lets us forget.
Hey, I admit that they were dog water this past year.
I paid no attention to him.
DJ sucks was not the right answer. They tried to do something, and it happens, but I love me some Florida State.
I can tell. Oh, I have it right there. Okay, so you want me to show what happened to Beckett? Oh, here it is. You want to go into Beckett?
Yeah, let's go into that. So, one major thing, and I get questions on it all the time, and I'm going to sound like a real big blowhard right now. Like, people are always coming to me, but people ask this in our chat. They ask me, in DMs, like, what is this card? How do I know what this card is? So in the Prism Rainbow, what did I tell you? There's like 65 or something.
Yeah, when I said I was going to collect all the CDs.
Yeah, and then I laughed at him.
Yeah, so, I was like, oh, never mind.
You get into Prism, and this is a small taste, okay? Very small taste. So if you look here at this row, that is all J.J. McCarthy in the Prism Rainbow, and it is halfway done. Not even. Like, this is the cheap version of the Rainbow.
Let me remove this so we can see you better.
Like, I mean, and this has variations in it as well. I mean, we're starting down here We got green wave, pulsar, pink wave, disco, laser.
Just like that.
We got the candy stripe. So we've got a bunch of them all the way down through. But you pull a card.
Best looking card.
Yeah, we can take me off full screen. Nobody wants to see this. Large and in charge.
There you go.
So you open a pack of Prism and you're like, what is this card? Best thing to do, and I do this all the time, and I'll give you a little hint that if they're brand new, Beckett's going to be a little bit behind. Panini doesn't do a great job of releasing checklists and or print runs. So unless the card is numbered, take a retail red. Rumored to be around 7 to 50. Nobody knows how many there are. Same thing with blue is a little bit less than red. I think red's more 50 to 75. Red is in the 12 to 15 range normally for Prism. This won't tell you that. Panini just simply doesn't disclose it. What I do for that is I go and I find the most popular player from 2 years prior, go to the PSA app, and search for that card. So do 2022 Joe Burrow PSA red. See how many are out there. See how many are graded. That'll give you a good indication as to how many are out there. Outside of those, if you want to see what is this card, I'm looking at this card right here. It's pink. It's got lines on it. Like, what the heck could it be? Type in the year, the product, and the sport into Google. So 2024 Prism football checklist. Add the checklist part of it. I always go to Beckett. So this is Beckett's webpage. The top just shows you pictures of them. If you scroll down, keep going until it gives you the different links you can click on. So those are all the cool, fun cards. There's the different boxes you can buy. And if you keep going down a little bit more, we have these tabs, and don't click on one, just above. So you got like the base, the autographs, inserts is a huge one. That's where you're going to find your case hits and things like that. But the base set checklist. So this is a base set. I believe they also do a rookie one for Prism. Can you blow that up just a little bit?
Sure can.
So, I mean, we got the black and red checker. We got the black and white. If you keep going down, you're going to be able to figure out pink and wave. So it's right there in the middle. The wave is obviously kind of wavy design. Pulsar is a little bit different. And you can look these up individually. Like that's a pulsar. It's got kind of lines. The biggest help to me, especially when I'm doing optics, is you pull a numbered card. And then, so if you scroll down, it'll give you all the numbered cards there. So, oh, that's called a no huddle purple prism because it's out of 49. And it's got the sparkles, blah, blah, blah. This helps you a lot, whether it's an aqua or a green or a blue. Luckily, I'm not colorblind, but sometimes it's really hard to figure out what the heck is this thing actually called. Optic will call it one thing, Prism will call it another, even though they're all Panini. So the checklist is always huge. You can see what the card actually is, and then you can go to Card Ladder Pro and type that in, figure out what it's worth. If you go back up and go to inserts. So what I love to do is come here. So this is all purpose. Keep scrolling down. We got Aura. These are all the different random cards you can get in there. Was that Color Blast up there?
Yep, right here.
Okay. So if you want to find the Color Blast checklist, here you go. Here's your dual Color Blast. If you buy a hobby box, you could potentially pull one of these Color Blasts. When I'm sitting there thinking of pricing a break, and I'm not going to toot our horn, but we try to price as low as we can with the prices that we have to buy the boxes at. But if I'm pricing a break, teams that have the ability to pull high dollar cards are going to cost more money. So if you go on Whatnot, you hop in anybody's breaks that are out there, and you're wondering, oh, geez, why are the Jets way more money than I thought they would be? It's because you have a possibility at an Aaron Rodgers and Malachi Color Blast. These are the things you want to look at before you start buying into breaks, buying your own boxes, hobby boxes. What are your possibilities out there? You don't want to just go in blind and say, all right, I'm going to spend $1,500 on this box of Prism and hope for the best. Get a little educated, see what you're looking at. Look up some comps, see what things are selling at. Take a look at Jaden Daniels. He's the highest seller rookie from this past draft class. And then give yourself a floor. Look at Malachi Corley. See what he's selling at. He's not a huge seller, but give yourself a range of what to expect. Don't buy hobby boxes thinking you're going to get your money back. Because if you pulled, I don't know if he has a Color Blast by himself, but a Malachi Corley Color Blast by himself, you're not making that $1,300 back on that one card.
What does what does that card look like? Does this give you a picture?
The Color Blast? Those ones aren't on there, but if I wanted to show you what a Color Blast looked like, it would look something like this Mahomes.
Kind of like the ones I made today.
Sorry, I got lights all over the place. But that's the Color Blast. We've been ripping some Don Russ lately. Downtowns. I don't know anybody who doesn't love a downtown.
The Holy Grail.
They are clean. I mean, this one happens to be Jordan Addison. Again, I don't know what's going on with my lights right now, but downtowns are one of my favorite cards. I've pulled a bunch of them. Most of them, unfortunately, not for me. But look at the downtown checklist. I think this year there's only 6 teams that don't have a possibility of a downtown, whether it be solo by themselves or a dual horizontal downtown, which is new this year.
Oh, I want one of those so bad.
Me too. The Skylines look like, AI generated trash, and I don't even care. I love the cards that much.
Yeah, they don't bother me at all.
JJ to JJ is gonna feed families for years. And that's the one I want. So if anybody's watching and you want to get me one of those for my 40th birthday, I will give you the best high five you've ever had in your entire life.
About to start like a GoFundMe page for that card.
I know.
The Cowboys one is $1,200. I can only imagine what yours will be with JJ.
Last I saw some of them selling for between 18 and 22. And I would much rather not buy one.
Yeah.
But I could trade you some Sam Darnold cards.
He's been collecting. So kind of something I wanted to touch on a little bit. I'm going to stop sharing the screen for a second.
Yeah.
Is like one thing a lot of collectors have issues with is like mistaking this Bo Nix NFL debut yellow reactive. Sorry. People will think this is gold. Why? Like, what's the difference, I should say? Not why. What's the difference between the gold and the yellow that you can distinctively tell?
That's where we go to that checklist. So Golds are usually out of 10 when you're talking mosaics. And again, this is years of opening packs, looking it up. I'm old school. I had the Beckett magazines where I would have to go through and see what the comps were. I mean, I could bust them out from the basement. I've got all the ones saved with Adrian Peterson on the cover, where it would give you an arrow up or down, or just a line to tell you if they were trending up or down from the previous edition. You'd have to look up the exact card, and some of them weren't even in there. It's hard to know what you're getting when you first get in it. There's a lot of terrible eBay sellers. There's a bunch of amazing ones. Tons of amazing ones that'll tell you, hey, you know, this card has a dimple in it or reactive yellow. They won't say it's gold. Not to white knight it at all, but I just reported a seller 2 days ago. They had a JJ McCarthy silver for sale. It was a base, not a silver. It's a base. And then I looked at their other for sales. They had their yellows as gold. They had all these things, and the prices were ridiculous. I went and checked it this morning, and they are suspended. Like, don't do bad business that way. Always look at the checklist. Always confirm before buying something. So a yellow will be more yellow than gold. If it looks orange and not gold, guess what? It's probably orange. Because there's all these colors in a rainbow for Prism, for Panini. I mean, you got Mosaic, Prism, Optic. They've got so many different colors. It is hard to tell. One of the big things, though, if you're looking for silvers specifically, and I'm talking just Panini, just football, if you're looking for a silver, because these eBay people will take a picture 1,000 times to get the right one to make it look like a rainbow. And I'll show you what I mean. So take this JJ silver image variation. You can see the rainbow forming on the light. That means it's silver. If I grabbed a base,
I think I have a bonus.
So here's a base. See how it doesn't give that rainbow? They will take a billion pictures until they get the flash on it of a rainbow. The only way to tell 100%, and I can tell you when the scammers are, is if they won't show you the back of the card. So here's the back. And now let me show you the back of a silver. Right next to my finger, it says Prism in italics. If it doesn't say Prism anywhere on the back in italics, not a silver, it's the base. If it's a color, it'll also say Prism. But the easiest way to tell between a base and a silver is that little writing on the back. It's not always in the same spot. It'll say Prism in italics. But I mean, if you pull any variation, so Prism on the back, here you go, red, white, and blue. I can grab the orange laser, the orange disco, all the pinks. They'll all say the same thing. But this one won't, because that is just a base card. But they'll take pictures. They'll try to get the flash to show on it.
Yep.
Don't get bamboozled. I think that's a nice way of saying it, right?
Yeah. The Joey, what's his last name? Oh my God. The Joey way. Let's just say the Joey way. There's a lot of confusion when it comes to like the holograms and stuff. You know, those, you got to look for that italicized prism on the back end of those cards. So, you know, it's always an easier way. Like, oh, yep. Or sometimes you question, there it is. I was trying to see if I can find something to show that prism, but I explained it fast. So
Yeah,
have to.
I mean, I have them all sitting right here.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, behind me over there, there's several thousand cards. But one thing I wanted to mention, and I've been bringing it up on our Mock 10 breaks, it goes right along with looking up the checklist, is the nutrition facts. So take this box. Here's a blaster of illusions, right? Got your nice little blaster, find exclusive, blah, 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 blah. You know, look for, blah, 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 blah. Right here. So if you're watching your diet, you don't want to eat too many carbs, you don't want to eat too many fats, etc. You look at the nutrition facts. You grab that mac and cheese and you go, oh yeah, that is pretty much garbage. You look on here. This tells you what you can expect in the box. I don't think I have a prism. I guess I do have a prism mega here. I'll put back together. On the nutrition facts on the back, there is nowhere that it says color blast. There is nowhere that it says numbered. So if I'm looking at this illusions, and I won't bore you too much, Trophy Collection Ruby, numbered to 125. Great Expectations Gold and Black, numbered from 25 to 1, et cetera, et cetera. So it tells you that there's numbered cards potentially in this box. Not a guarantee. This is never a guarantee. It's what you can possibly expect. So if you're out there shopping and you're like, oh, they've got Prism Football Blasters, I'm going to grab one. Maybe I'll pull that one of one Jaden Daniels out of it. You're not going to. They don't exist in Prism retail. The only Prism product on their nutrition facts that has potential for numbered cards are the hangers. So like Don Russ, we open some of these. You look at the nutrition facts. I want to pull a downtown. Is it possible in this box? And it will tell you somewhere on the back, because I already looked it up previously. And before I buy boxes for breaks, right here, it'll say downtown and then horizontal downtown. You have the possibility. Again, not a guarantee, never a guarantee. On the front of it, if you're guaranteed something, it'll tell you right here, find one autograph or memorabilia card. So in this one, you can find one or the other. Yesterday, we found both in one. Mm-hmm. I forget who the auto was, but I think it was a T. Higgins, and then KJ Osborne was the auto. I happen to have them still sitting close by. So you can pull both. If you pull both, awesome box. But always look up the nutrition facts. Don't go into it blind thinking, I'm going to get rich on this box. I'm going to pull that huge card if it's not even a possibility. And I've talked a lot. What do you got? I need some sippy
honestly,
sippy.
Man, you're sharing that knowledge that a lot of people are looking for, but it's not easy to find. At least from someone that they know, and most of our viewers have been with us for about 6 months now, and this is what they're looking for. And I've spoken to a bunch of the guys in the chat, and there's people that are not on X or on YouTube or on any one of those that can find that information. They don't want to go on the sites, and I understand. So we're trying to kind of have other shows that will explain and share that knowledge that you have accumulated over the X amount of years. So it's great, man. People appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a Brady rookie auto. That's how long I've been in this game.
You gonna show it, or are you just gonna talk about it?
It's in the safe, so that one's not coming out for this show.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
we'll do a special show and I'll bust it out.
It's nice. I've seen it.
Yeah. So that
It's
one
nice.
I'll get out. Maybe some of the other higher price stuff. But yeah, these shows we do have. We mentioned breaks. We got the mystery slabs. We got razzes. You don't have to participate in any of those. If you're on Twitter, or if you're not on Twitter or X, and you're thinking about doing it, hop on there, join our room. You don't have to buy a single thing.
Nope.
You can ask questions all day long. We have 60 people in there that are knowledgeable that can help you. Somebody will answer you. We're not asking anybody to buy anything, to do anything they don't want to do. If you want to collect and share, show your collection. I love seeing people. They're like, "Hey, I just pulled this banger today, and I almost swore and I didn't." Proud of myself. That's having 5 kids. Restraint. Even if they don't.
They definitely.
You pull a banger, like I get excited for other people. I don't get jealous.
Wow.
Like, why isn't it me that didn't pull that? Oh, it's awesome. I love celebrating cards. It is one of the coolest things that I've ever done, that I've been a part of. It is so nerdy and dorky, and I don't care. I really don't. Like, I love it. People will bag on Lord of the Rings or start whatever your thing is. Me knowing stats about left tackles in the NFL is nerdy and dorky. Unfortunately, it's just something that I know. And Christian Darrisaw is the best. There's no debating it. He's coming back this year stronger than ever.
I hope JJ comes back stronger than ever.
Oh, JJ's good to go. He's put on 15 pounds of muscle, man.
Man, I'm rooting for him.
He was looking real skinny at the end of the year. I was like, who is that dude who's supposed to be programming the tablets? Because that's not our QB1. But now he's looking hefty and looking good. He was on with Kay Adams today. And excited to see him.
Awesome.
I mean, it was preseason, but he had the best preseason in the world.
Yeah. What do you play? A couple snaps?
He played the first quarter. He threw 2 great deep balls. One, he had pressure in his face, let it go for, I want to say it was 30 yards while getting hit. Gross. I hate the Eagles when Cozy's on. If Cozy's not on, the Eagles are fine. I do hate Sirianni, though. I don't know why.
I don't like Sirianni either. I like Jalen Hurts. I think he's a good quarterback.
He is. And Cozy, you're gonna murder me right now. He is a good quarterback. He is not great. Great is reserved for the top 2 or 3. Like Mahomes, Allen, Burrow right now are my 3 greats in the league. Mahomes. Everybody else is underneath that.
Mahomes who?
Allen and Burrow.
Burrow is so underrated, man. He's so underrated.
He hasn't had a line in years.
Yep.
These guys keep getting hurt. I think 2 years ago he played with 13 different line combinations.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes unnoticed because he's got premier talent on the outside. The second best receiving duo behind the Vikings. I mean, we got Daddy.
Duo, I'll give you.
Yeah, so I said duo. And the number 1 receiver over the last 5 years. Look at the stats. It's
so hard to compare stats, because if you compare stats, what you're doing, they did all both. Blah, 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 blah. They both play different amount of games per season, so it's really hard to pinpoint for stats. See, I
I'm pretty sure Jefferson's played 2 less games and has 1,500 more yards.
thought you said he had like 10 more receptions and 1,100 more.
Or maybe it's 1,100 yards. But it's 10 more receptions on... No, it's 10 more targets. It's
targets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 30 less receptions. He's got more yards per catch. Less games. Yeah, it's
because the Cowboys struggled. You guys had an awesome year. If you didn't have an awesome year, his numbers would be down in the dumps.
We can make excuses.
Yeah. I'm not making excuses. Dak can't stay healthy.
Excuses are like buttholes. I've got a bunch of them in my house, and I have to wipe all of them.
I can't say that because I don't have that. I don't have 5 kids. I have 1.
No, I don't have to wipe Harrison's, but he's way too old for that.
Cozy's coming in, and I think Cozy's coming in for the Cowboys rescue. Lamb has
one more reception. Than JJ. What's the yards though, and targets?
Over what time span? That matters.
Yeah, since 2020 when they came in the league.
No,
they both were drafted the same year.
I know that. I'm saying
the Cowboys picked wrong.
2 years or 4 years because they played different amount of games.
Yeah, career.
Oh, career.
Careers matter. We wouldn't look at Jerry Rice's best year versus Megatron's best year.
Because guess what? You would.
No. I'm just saying, if you look at that.
Kill it with them stats.
If you look at that, Megatron is way better than Jerry Rice. You go 1-to-1. Jerry Rice played a lot of 12-game seasons.
Yeah.
He also used Stickum, which he'll debate, but it's on NFL films. Him trying to wipe the Stickum off and his hands getting stuck to his legs. Thank you, Steve Sable, and Steve Sable's dad, maybe Steve Sr. But if you look at that, just stats don't tell the whole truth, but they can tell you over a period of time what's real.
Yep.
Just like OBJ, Raiders receiver through 3 years, and now look at him. He's taking hot ones to the chest and not doing very good.
I'm gonna bring up something with sidetrack just a hair.
Well, I'm looking at Cozy. Hurts is elite in terms of he has what it takes to win a game and make the right plays. None of that is up to debate, Cozy. When I talk about elite quarterbacks, it is A.J. Brown is hurt. You don't have Saquon behind him. Is he going to go 80 yards and win a game when it matters?
Nope.
That is my thing. I think Hurts has all the talent in the world. He's got a rocket of an arm. He can run probably better than 98% of the quarterbacks in the league, not named Lamar Jackson. I mean, Josh Allen might give him a run for his money just because Josh is so huge and will get the extra yards after he trucks a tiny safety who's not expecting it, or jump over Anthony Barr, which I have that immortalized on a T-shirt. Instead of saying Bills, it says balls. For Josh Allen's balls on Anthony Barr's helmet. Yes, thank you to my brother-in-law who bought me that shirt. I do wear it frequently. I'm going to disagree, Cozy. Joe Burrow can do it without Chase. Chase was hurt in his entire rookie year.
Chase can't do it without Burrow?
No, he said Burrow can't do it without Chase.
No, I know. I'm flipping it. Like, what do you think?
No, I think Jamar Chase is an ultra-talented receiver. I think he could go to a team like the Jets and put up 1,100 yards. But I don't think he's in the same category as Justin Jefferson and maybe his little brother, CeeDee Lamb, or Tyreek Hill. I put Tyreek up there. I know Tyreek runs mostly slants and goes. I don't see Tyreek running the full route tree.
Really?
He doesn't. Watch his games.
I guess I really haven't paid too much attention to him.
How often do
To
you
be
see
honest.
Tyreek Hill going across the middle?
Not
You and I
always.
at 5'6"
He's always running a slant.
are about the same size as Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
The dude doesn't run an up-breaking
he's
in
too
route
small.
with a safety bearing down on him.
Right.
I have seen Justin Jefferson get smoked doing that several times. I've seen CD do it. Devontae Adams has made a living on running the greatest routes for the last, 8-10 years?
Yeah,
Those
like
guys run the tree. Tyreek Hill, you can't take anything away from his great receiver. He just doesn't run the full tree. And that was the knock on Randy when he was younger. He ran 4 routes, and he ran them better than anybody in the history in the NFL.
That's why he was the best.
As he got older, he had to run more routes, and he did great with them. But when he was young, put that hand up, you know that was a touchdown.
Yeah, he was good. He was fun to watch, too.
Well, Burrow didn't do anything his rookie year because Burrow got destroyed.
Yeah, didn't he get hurt?
I was talking about Chase's rookie year. Chase was dropping everything that came at him. He said, the NFL balls are bigger than the college balls. If you don't remember.
That was funny.
You put Joe Burrow on the Vikings this coming season.
Yeah.
That might be an undefeated team. I'm not being a homer. I'm saying you've got Christian Darrisaw, arguably, not arguably the best left tackle in the game. You've got a really, really good left tackle, or left guard, I mean. We have an upgraded center who can pass block because Bradbury couldn't pass block to save his life. We went out and got big defensive tackles because Bradbury couldn't take one-on-one without holding and or grabbing the guy's jockstrap. It happened every time. We have the new right guard of the future. And now we have arguably a top 2 right tackle. The dude's been fantastic. So let's say the offensive line is set, right? You've got good running backs in the backfield. 2 good running backs. You have a great receiving core. Justin Jefferson, the number 1. You can say CeeDee Lamb. Let's call him the number 2 in the league then. Just for your argument's sake. Jordan Addison, 1 or 2 number 2 in the league. If you want to say T. Higgins. I won't argue Jordan Addison's better. I will show you XRCs, downtown, kaleidoscopes.
Wait, he's better than who?
540 different autos. T. Higgins. I think Addison's better than T. Higgins. Addison will go anywhere and catch anything. And he's faster.
It could be. I don't know enough about
No, he definitely is.
You could be right. Could be right.
Look
I'm
at
not saying
40
you're wrong or you're right.
But I'll concede the number 2 and the number 2 at 1 and 2. Okay? Now you bring in Rondell Moore, who is a speedster, who will catch the ball in traffic and then take it to the house as the number 3. TJ Hawkinson, who is now healthy at tight end.
For now.
DJ Hamamaniac at fullback, who is the top fullback in the league. Jerzik, or whatever the heck his name was, I think was cut from the 49ers. CJ Ham does everything. He catches, he blocks. Yeah, Jerzik.
That's how you say Jerzik?
That's what I thought.
Oh,
maybe it's
just
Jerkikowski. I don't give a shit. He's a fullback. He matters about as much as punters. So that's the offense, right? Now you pull in 2 stud defensive tackles to go along with all those sacks across the front from last year. Didn't get worse. Re-signed Byron Murphy. Harrison Smith is back. We got a younger safety. Yes, we do need a little help at corner, but guess who we got? B-Flow. Brian Flores will create pressure. His corners don't have to do anything other than hang out and pick off passes. They were around the top in leagues in turnovers. That defense only has to hold a team under 20. The biggest question mark is J.J. McCarthy. You take Joe Burrow and put that on that team, they are going undefeated. Who's going to beat them? The Lions with their alcoholic coach and no offensive and defense coordinators?
Yeah.
I don't see a path to stop them with Joe Burrow. The biggest question mark is J.J. McCarthy. I love the kid, but he is a kid. He is, I think he might be 22 when the season rolls around. It's his job to guide the team, but put Burrow on that team is what I'm telling you, Cozy.
With Cozy just said something that my problem with the argument is that nobody wants to give Jalen credit because he has a good team. Now,
no, I give Jalen credit.
I do too.
A really, really good quarterback. I think he's that step below those other three guys. And that's not taking anything away from him.
No, but I think that, listen, the Chiefs did not show up in the Super Bowl.
They didn't.
They did not. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Mahomes was not Mahomes. Kelsey was not Kelsey. Weren't the normal, whatever it may be. Is that playing a part in it? Yeah, it does. But you don't know when you're going to show up a game. You go up to a game, you don't know who's going to show up. Yeah. So I understand that.
But for Cozy's sake, let me just say, that doesn't matter. You can only control what you can control if you're the Eagles.
Correct.
Go ahead.
And with that is bringing in Barkley was probably the smartest move that franchise has ever made.
Yep.
Because Barkley had juice in the tank, and they saw it. And obviously he proved it this season. And I don't know how Brown did. And remind you, I don't watch the Eagles. I hate this, but I can talk realistically. They definitely Barkley helped bring that team to the Super Bowl.
If I'm not mistaken, I think both receivers were hurt at different points.
Brown was hurt, yes, and then Smith was hurt as well. Yeah, I think you're right. And yes, a lot of the team is why they won. Jalen is a good quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. I know that they're my rivals, but let's give credit where credit is due. Jalen is a good quarterback. He's not an elite quarterback. I do agree with that. Without Saquon there, without Devonta Smith, and without A.J. Brown, I don't know how Jalen would do because we've all seen him slump. That team is built very well, and that's why they won the Super Bowl.
Exactly to Cozy's point, it's all hypothetical. I think if Saquon's healthy, and you've got Hurts in the backfield, I really don't care who's on the outside as long as they can catch the ball occasionally. Bill Belichick, he saw Miami run the Wildcat. They would cook up something, and they would destroy with those two in the backfield. You wouldn't be able to tell if Hurts is going to throw it or not. Sirianni is smart. Even if he looks like somebody just farted next to him every time the camera pans to him, the guy is just a jagoff. I don't like him. I don't know why. I hate him. I hate his face. I hate every mannerism he has. And this isn't a anti-Eagles thing. I just don't like that guy. But Hurts would be, if not the very top, right next to the top of my tier 2 QBs. So I'm not saying it's because of the team that he won the Super Bowl. But also, it is because of the team. Patrick Mahomes didn't win 3 Super Bowls. Tom Brady, his first 3 Super Bowls, Tom Brady didn't win his first 3 Super Bowls. The Eagles had the number 1 defense in the entire league last year.
Yeah, their defense.
Tom Brady had the benefit of having the number 1 defense in the league and probably the most clutch kicker of all time in Vinatieri. Tom Brady did his job to get it into Vinatieri's range, Vinatieri misses 2 of those kicks, his legacy is different. It's a team game, but I think Hurts he doesn't get the love he deserves, and I will 100% agree with Cozy on that hill. And yes, Cozy, every year he had a top 10 defense. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But
he also has the best pitcher ever.
In those Super Bowl wins, the 50 passes he made to get down the field on clutch situations to win the games. That's the difference, is those clutch throws. I don't think I saw clutch throws out of Hurts in this Super Bowl. He didn't need them. To your point, Will, the Chiefs didn't really show up. But that's not to take away from the fact that Hurts won it. He got them there. Agree. He had some games where he had to make the Superman throws and take the team on his back. So, again, I think he might be 4A, 4B, 5, somewhere around there. I think he's great.
Great fantasy quarterback.
Yeah, look at John Elway. If you want to talk about quarterbacks and Super Bowls and legacy, John Elway got there his rookie season, got fucking demolished. Friggin' demolished. Well, we're an hour in, so that one can fly. John Elway's last Super Bowl, the dude could barely stand, I think. He was carried on his last Super Bowl win by his defense. Is his legacy tarnished because his defense carried him in the Super Bowl? No. The dude was amazing from the time he stepped down the field in, 83, all the way until he retired.
See, I don't know enough about that to even comment.
I could talk it. The Super Bowl before that was, who's his running back? I can see his face. Elway's running back.
I don't know.
Oh my God, I can see his face. I can't. Sorry, it's been a very long day, and I am not normally this freaking terrible. Hurts did throw a dagger.
Yeah, he threw some good passes.
So Cozy, I'm saying, in games where he had to be there, he did it. But in the Super Bowl, it was a blowout by middle of second quarter, if I remember correctly. So those extra plays after they allowed the Chiefs to kind of make it semi a game, even though it wasn't, that's just routine QB play. Again, being fourth out of QBs in the NFL right now, Mahomes is the gold standard. Let's look at it in card prices, because this is a card show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take Mahomes, rookie. Let's go in downtown, okay? Because everyone loves the downtown. They're probably one of my favorite cards. Mahomes, rookie downtown. Josh Allen, rookie downtown. Joe Burrow, rookie downtown. Then Jalen Hurts, rookie downtown. Who would be the next QB? I can't think.
Rank?
Yeah, let's just throw Stafford, because Stafford's won a Super Bowl recently. That's the first name that came to mind. Let's throw his rookie downtown in there. I don't know if Mahomes and Stafford have rookie downtowns, but let's just put it in that sphere. Mahomes is here. Josh Allen, Burrow, Jalen Hurts isn't on the screen, and Stafford would be somewhere near my feet. Okay? If we're talking recent Super Bowl winners, QBs, that is just the pecking order. I don't want to get into Hurts did this, Mahomes did that, Burrow did this, Josh Allen, he lost in this game. That is just the way it is. The teams are all constructed differently. The NFL is the ultimate league where parity reigns supreme. And I'm not arguing the yards and touchdown passes, Cozy, at all. Because Lamar gets the hate too. And why I said he was either 4A, B, or 5 is because Lamar is right freaking there. As a Florida State fan, which is admitted earlier, it's here. I've got Florida State everywhere. I mean, we want to look at the. We got Delvin Cook 4 autographed up there. We got everything all over the place, right? I'm a huge Florida State fan. Lamar Jackson beat the shit out of Florida State 2 years in a row. I hated that kid more than life itself. He was so good, and now I love Lamar. He doesn't get the love he deserves. His cards, yeah, Cozy, I was just using Stafford as an example because I couldn't think of another recent Super Bowl QB that was worthy of being mentioned. But Lamar, I put him ahead of Hurts in my opinion, and that could change. They could be interchangeable, but Lamar at Louisville was a weapon. I think he ran for 220 yards against Florida State in one game and threw for over 200 in the same game. Like, the dude is just
from
disgusting.
Here,
like, he doesn't have real receivers there. His running game is meh. It's him. I mean, all of his running backs go other places after they're injured outside of this year. I won't say Henry. Before you correct me, I'm talking pre-Henry. Henry is an absolute beast.
Yeah, he's a tank.
Like, I think Lamar is amazing. But if you're talking quarterback and you're putting Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson on the same team, I am picking the team with Joe Burrow. His arm's just better. He's more accurate. He's more decisive. He's not thinking in the back of his mind about running. Same thing with Mahomes. Josh Allen will run more, but he will also make 5 attempts at a Superman throw per game, 2 or 3 of which will either work or result in a flag. That's the only reason why I put them up there. But give me Hurts, give me Lamar Jackson. I'll take them on the Vikings any day. Cozy, call up the Eagles, tell them to trade Hurts to the Vikings. I'll swap them, and I'll send you all these J.J. McCarthy cards. I've got about 50 different ones. I'll buy back that blue prism I sold. Bringing it back to cards. Sorry, I went on a tangent.
Great. It's about football.
You just call me Tangent. So next week, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
We're going to talk about specifically football, Panini, their products. We're going to go over retail versus hobby. Because, like I said with the nutrition facts, you buy a retail pack, right? What are you getting out of it? You buy a hobby box. What are you getting from that? What are the differences? What's worth it? And tell you what, it's only worth it if you pull the big cards. It's all a gamble. Collect for yourself. Don't collect for profit if you're opening boxes. Join breaks, buy singles, join Razes. That's your best way to get great cards at a cheaper price. Cozy, you and me both. Wait, he said McCarthy's next Kenny. Dude, these fat little sausage fingers are bigger than Kenny Pickett's hands. And I'm 5'6".
I do not like him.
Do not compare J.J. McCarthy to Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett sucked. No one wanted Kenny Pickett. It was the pandemic that blew up Kenny Pickett. But I still love you, Cozy. Yeah, in 2 weeks, if somebody wants to join, you want to come on, Cozy, you want to come on and show your cards? Don't show us your Pokemons, because I don't want you pulling down your pants and showing us your peek at you.
Yeah, I would love
But
to.
we want to have some people on. Show us your cards. Show us your hits. Come on, ladies, show us your hits. Sorry, my drink's almost gone, and that's about time.
Yes, I think that's it. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us, kind of going over some researching and football talk. You guys are into fantasy or just football talk.
Yeah.
Next week, like you said, we're going to go into kind of what you're buying, what's the best way to buy, do your, what was it? Totally lost my train of thought.
Do your research. Look at your nutrition facts.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. You don't want to get fat on cards. Look at your nutrition facts.
Everybody, thanks for hanging out. We got Raz is going. Breaks open. We are doing, I do not remember off the top of my head. I think I just saw Pete put it in the chat. We're doing 3 Prism Blasters, 3 Illusions Blasters, and 2 Tops Megas.
Yep, got those sitting below my feet. And if you don't want to buy in, again, I stress this.
Oh, yeah.
You can join us on X or Twitter. Oh, I said X at first. I almost threw up. Sorry. Join us. Like, you don't have to buy in. Come hang out. It's this all day long. I work from home most of the time. Will, he just pretends to do stuff. Pete and Jacob are in there. We got Cozy in there arguing that the Eagles are the greatest franchise of all time. We got probably 800 Bears fans that are lame.
Yeah.
If we get a Packers fan, I'll kick them out. Don't worry. We got a bunch of Lions guys. They're pretty cool because they know they suck like the Vikings. Come in, hang out, ask questions. If you never bought cards before and you're like, how the heck do I get into it? Reach out to us at mock10breaks@gmail.com. We'll get you started. You don't have to pay. You don't have to join anything. You don't have to sign up for Twitter. Reach out to us somehow. We'll get you information. We'll get you started. It's all about the hobby, growing the hobby, having fun, collecting cardboard with images of things on it, whether it's football players, baseball players, or Pokemons.
Yeah.
Or Will's wife.
She's probably fast asleep right now. Our 2-year-old keeps her quite busy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So everybody, thanks for coming out or hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. And the one thing that we didn't do was my power